I'm Mandy.
Hi, Mandy. You're so adorable.
Thank you.
Pocket person.
Okay, so Hocus Pocus is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I just wanted to know what it was like working with Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy, and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Right? Dreamy. I've been a fan of Bette Midler's for years anyway, back from the 70s. And so to work with her, like my first scene, my first night on the movie was I was this far from Bette Midler's face just going, you have buck teeth. Yeah, because those teeth were like, so funny looking, and they had removed her eyebrows altogether, so she just looked like, but all good humored and all, I mean, Bette Midler is something of a diva, but not in a bad way. She's in a delightful way. You want to be around her and just do this. You know? And Sarah Jessica Parker, for being the pretty one, she was also very sweet and nice and good humored. And Kathy Najimy was just drop dead hilariously funny. Yeah. Kathy Najimy was the giggly nun from Sister Act, right? She was just coming off of that when we did Hocus Pocus. So I was just like, oh my God. So I was a little starstruck. Especially on my way to work, my first night on Hocus Pocus, I heard from a distance on the radio, Bette Midler's one of her hits. On the way home, I heard The Rose on the radio. So it's like, yeah, I guess I'm working with someone kind of huge. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, 5 minutes. So we'll try to make this. I'll do my best. Okay, you cut me off when it's cutoff time, like a good bartender would do.
Hi there.
I'm Juliet.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, Julian.
Hi. I have like pretty good several questions.
Okay, we have to pick one because there's a line behind you. We want 5 minutes.
Okay, so I heard online that there will be like a potential third Hellboy film.
Yes.
Oh.
And I asked myself, since I heard like several rumors that it'll be about one of your characters, Abe Sapien, my favorite character by the way.
Thank you, my love.
Will there be a good chance that it will be about Abe? Because there might be a good chance that like I could ever be in the BPRD.
If there's a Hellboy 3, it's really going to be more about if there ever is one. Guillermo del Toro has already like sort of hinted at the storyline. I would not be the focal part of it. No, that would be Hellboy finishing up his destiny, which was hinted at in Hellboy 2 by the Angel of Death, talking about what his destiny was to be. His job is to bring about the destruction of the Earth, right? So does he claim that destiny or does he fight it and save humanity? That's going to be the big conundrum in Hellboy 3. If we get to make it, that's the other big issue. Ron Perlman wants to make it. I want to make it. Selma Blair wants to make it. Guillermo del Toro wants to make it. If it's not being made yet, it's probably a studio money issue, right? Right.
I'll probably yell at him if I must.
Right. So you can all yell if you want with the hashtag Hellboy3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So thank you.
I just wanted to thank you for your performance in Pan's Labyrinth as both the Fawn and the Pale Man.
Thank you.
I remember being there. That was like a life-changing movie for various reasons, but when you moved all crickety like that as the Fawn, I'm like, oh, I get it, because he's made of wood.
Right. Partially.
Yeah. So, yes.
Fun fact about the way that the Fawn's physicality was that I aged backwards in the movie. When you meet me, I'm a little bit more rickety because I'm older. I was grayer in color. One of my horns was kind of eaten away, cataract in my eyes, and it was a little more feeble. Every time you see me in the movie as the Fawn, I'm getting a little bit more colorful, a little bit younger, a little more fluid. And that was on purpose. Guillermo del Toro wrote that into the story because as little Ophelia believes more in what I'm telling her, I'm getting more life back. The underworld is getting more life back as our princess is about to return to us. So,
Thank you. And we just have 2 minutes, so quickly.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Jones. I'll make this really quick. Guillermo del Toro is one of my favorite directors. What is it like working with him?
Like working with a genius. I'm in awe of his artistic vision, but I'm also in awe of his good guy, regular guy that you would hang out with in college. He's all those things in one person. That's why he's so beloved. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Allison.
Hi, Allison.
Hi.
Great
So
costume.
my question is,
I know that you're very well known for doing a lot of movements and stagnant movements, so what advice do you have for other people who would like to do similar?
I get asked that all the time too. Well, be good at what you do before you try to sell it. And I started as a mime, and have a physical form that would lend itself well to being built upon. So now me being I'm 6'3.5", I weigh 140 pounds. I'm a tiny, skinny little beanpole. Creature effects guys love building on me because I don't get too bulky. I've been told that many a time. So if you're some kind of physical oddity that can be made into a creature, that's a selling point. But mime class, dance class, stunt people, if you're an acrobat, all those kind of things, any kind of physical training like that comes in very handy with becoming a creature later.
Thank you.
Hi, I was just wondering if you still know Spanish.
I'm sorry?
I was just wondering if you still know Spanish.
I know, I learned, child. I learned the Spanish of the movie. I did not. On the street, I talk like a baby.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to say I love you so much. I almost cried when you came out. So I just couldn't think of any movie questions. So what's your favorite food?
Well, you can never go wrong with a big square of lasagna, can you?
Hey, what's your name? What's your name?
Alexandria.
Alexandria. Thank you.
Come by my table. Anybody, in fact, everybody, come by my table, and the hugs are free.
How you doing? My name's Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
I noticed nobody's asked us yet, but how's your work on The Strain?
That is another Guillermo del Toro question, of course, because that's his TV series based on the book that he and Chuck Hogan wrote together, the book trilogy. And it has been magical as well. Television, as you all know, television is getting way more cinematic, and The Strain is no exception to that, of course. It has been wonderful and marvelous. And if you saw The Strain season opener of season 2, I was the original master who infected the new master in that flashback scene that they opened the season with. That scene was directed by Guillermo himself. So I've had a great time, and I'm also playing the leader of the Ancients. That we showed up also in episode 1, and we fed on that poor naked guy. Bless his heart. But he was delicious. And then we're going to show up again in episode 6 this season. So more to come. And speaking of Guillermo del Toro, I'll wrap this up. Not only is Falling Skies my big show this, our last episodes are coming. We have 5 more episodes to go starting tomorrow night. And our big finale happens later in August. And The Strain, we have episode 6 coming, and also Crimson Peak. Crimson Peak, yes. Guillermo del Toro's next feature film coming out. It's a big haunted house story with a huge cast: Tom Hiddleston, Charlie Hunnam, Mia Wasikowska, Jessica Chastain, and I'm playing a couple of ghost ladies. Yeah, ghost ladies. Did you hear that? I'm not going to tell you why we're ladies, I'm not going to tell you why we're there, but you got to go to the movie and find out. But it's really going to be gorgeous. It's a really beautiful, haunting movie. And that comes out October 16th in theaters everywhere, also directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you.